We're here to discuss where we're going to go with this. We all agree that it's not a good idea. And that's the first thing I seen. And the thing I got out of it was just a transfer of power from government to the new Indian agents, which is chief and council.
Yep.
And that's what it boils down to. I didn't see nothing in there for the people. 25 years of negotiations, and that's what you got? A transfer of power from government to you? You know? What's that all about? 25 years of negotiating. Come on. You can do better. You should have had something in there for the people. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. I read 5 of the 7 articles that were attached to the post that they sent out. And you almost have to have some legal knowledge to be able to comprehend what the hell they're saying. After 5 of those files, it became repetitive because you're reading Section 95 and all of a sudden it says, well, go look at Section 36. You know? Now, by the time you've read all this stuff, all of a sudden, oh shit, I gotta go back to Section 36 and see what the hell they mean here. And did they keep you informed of what's going on? No, they just sprang this on us. And now they want to ratify it. I've talked to a lot of people on my res here, this is my res. They have no idea what the hell's going on. But, hey, there's money, I think, at the end. Let's sign this and let's do it.
There's always
You know, and I've been putting out there, be informed on this. You talk about future generations when you signed that land claim, that you were only going to accept 20,000 of the possible, give it a round figure of $50,000. You accepted 20,000 to think about future generations. Well, if you accept this, ratify this deal, this agreement that the union wants to pass, where's those future generations going to live? Reserves will be dissolved, will be municipalities. Will be nothing. Oh, but they all bought it. Oh, when they first made the offer was 10,000.
You're gonna have to pay their taxes first.
Yeah, they made an offer of 10,000. Oh, there was all kinds of arguments on Facebook. Hey, all of a sudden you seen a post there. Well, we're upping the ante to 20,000. Well, they bought themselves a ratification for the land claim, and they settled on round figure 125 million. This man here has been working on this, looking at that, and all the resources that were taken out of here worth more than 125 million. But they didn't take that into consideration when they made this deal. They just said, oh, we're getting 20,000, let's do it. And then they told me at the same time, they started this process. This was in 2013, they signed this land claim. They started this process 30 years ago. Well, I says, if you started this process 30 years ago, I was a young man. And I've arrived. I want all my money. Only one person stood up that must have understood what I was saying. Out of, I think there might have been about 200 to 300 people in the community hall listening to this. One person stood with me and said, yeah, I want my money. But the rest of them, oh no, let's sign this, we're all getting 20,000 each, man, woman, and child. And the rest goes to future generations. Well, if this agreement is ratified, there ain't going to be no future for the generations. That's what I see. And I know a lot of people don't agree with my politics here, just because it's me. I've ran for council, I think 5 times. No, I think I came close the first time, that was it. After that, people didn't agree with my politics because they thought I was full of shit. But all they see is the Jonia that might come in if we sign this agreement or sign that agreement and sign this, sign that. You know? Oh, never mind Art Fisher over there, he's full of shit. They don't see in between the lines where the bottom line is and who's going to benefit. Not us. The government's laughing all the way to the bank. Ha! We got away with only 125 million. When this man figured out, I think it was 2.9 billion you had figured out? Approximately? Trillion. In the resources they took out of here. And the money they're still making. They only considered up to this point. They never considered about what the non-natives are going to use that land for and how much more money they're going to make out of it.
I did a calculation on
We
that.
were approximately 50 square miles when I was a child. A reserve of 50 square miles. We're down to less than 25. That's how much we settled for in that land claim. And some people said, oh, well, the band office, band management says we only use 15%. Well, that's because the outsiders were keeping us from using the rest. I mean, the place where they got the sturgeon dump now was supposed to be only under the War Measures Act. And then once the war is over, they were supposed to return that land. They made a dump out of it that was supposed to be just an ammo dump at one point, at first. Now it's a regular dump. Sturgeon Falls dump. They never even thought of returning that land. They just took it.
Yeah, Kettle Point, they